Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you clicked on the link because I'm so excited to show you how I got this eye makeup look for the day. I've been playing with a lot of really new stuff. I think it's been a lot of fun. I probably need to stop going into Ulta quite so much because I'm going to go broke. But if you guys want to see how I achieved this look, please be sure to keep on watching. If you already read the title of this video, then you already know what's good. So this is the look that I had posted up on my Instagram. And I said that if we had gotten so many likes that I would post a how-to video. So this was the eye look. Obviously, I'm trying to make this a little bit quicker for you by doing one eye in advance so you can see what we're kind of comparing it to. And I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how I got from A to B by doing the other eye. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to start like I always do with a concealer on the eye. I use the Revlon Color Stay in the shade Fair because I'm white as all hell. So I'm just going to start by applying this to my lid and then kind of patting it out. I'm just going to go on through. I feel like this gives me a truer two-tone coverage as well as it kind of acts as a primer. I mean, I'm still looking for recommendations on eye primers, so y'all let me know in the comments down below if you have a favorite. But just kind of patting that out, kind of bringing it all the way up to the eyebrow, kind of just blending it out on the nose. And then I'm just going to set this with a little bit of translucent powder. This is the Fit Me setting. We'll get into that more so later. But I'm just going to kind of set that so that it's not quite as tacky and I can work right on top of it without making a total mess. Used for this is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I am a huge fan of this. I feel like her palette has been just so phenomenal for me to work with. All the colors are super blendable. They're super pretty. I can think of, like, just by glancing, obviously I've been in this, but just by glancing at all these colors, I have like 20 different eye combinations just off the top of my head that I'm like, oh hell yeah, I can do some rose golds, I can do some midnight blues, I can do more of that warm natural. Not that I'm gonna, but you could. Alright, so today what I'm going to start off with is this BH Cosmetics brush that I already have made a mess of. This is the number 5. I got this in a really pretty pink set for Christmas. It's just a big fluffy brush. Alright, so I'm going to go in and just kind of highlight my brow, and I'm going to go in starting with the big fluffy brush with the shade Beam right here. It's like a pretty, it's not necessarily a sheer, but it gives you a nice, like, I guess a nice sheen. I feel like I'm just doing like a play on words, but whatever. I'm just going to kind of start that by highlighting my brow bone. It helps to make it super blendable later. Okay, so for the crease, I'm going to go in and use this color right here. This is called Creamsicle. It just gives me a nice soft poppy base because we are doing kind of a bolder eye look. I want something that's going to kind of match that, but it's still going to help me to transition out so that none of my other lines are really harsh. So I'm just going to go in and kind of build that up a little bit on the crease, kind of bringing it up above. Like I said, this is just a really pretty transition shade, and it just makes everything that much bolder. Really just fluffing it out. Windshield wiper motions just to kind of get that set in there, bringing that up a little bit higher. I have learned a few times the hard way that wherever you want like your smoky eye or any of your makeup to stop, you have to bring it out further with the lighter shades first, because when you get to the finished product and you're sitting there like, you know, I really wish that smoky eye came out a little bit further. Yeah, you already done messed that up. Or at least for me. I don't know. If y'all have any tips or tricks to fixing that, I mean, obviously you can go back in, but sometimes I just feel like I'm undoing a lot of what I've already done. So next, what I'm going to go in with, I'm going to go in with my BH Cosmetics number 2 in the same smoky eye kit. And I'm going to go in here with the color Jada. This one right here. And I'm just going to kind of build that up very lightly on my crease. If you go in a little bit too ham at first, you might be trying to blend out a lot of really harsh lines. So just go in very lightly and kind of build up on that. It's easier to build it up slowly than it is to go back and try and blend out that really harsh line that you've already created for yourself. So I'm just going in, I'm just very, very lightly kind of putting that right on my crease. I'm focusing this more so on the outer portion of my eye because I don't want it to be really harsh on the inner corner. I want that a little bit softer. Building it up a little bit more on that outer corner. And then just very gently kind of bringing it up and blending it out with that creamsicle color so we don't create any harsh lines. If you feel like you're kind of losing your transition, you can always go back in here a little bit and just kind of pop on a little bit more just to kind of create that softness. Plus it'll help blend the two of them together. I just put a little bit of extra creamsicle on there. So there we go. That's what our crease looks like now. Again, if I need to go back and kind of build up on that to make it a little more intense, I absolutely can do that. But for right now, we're going to leave it as is. It kind of looks, to me, it looks like it kind of blends really nicely. I don't know if y'all are getting that on camera, but in real life, shit's dope. This is another one from the BH Cosmetics brush kit that I got for Christmas. This one's number 8. It's a little pink set. Comes in a little pink and gold polka dot case. So this is where I'm going to kind of switch up from y'all. So unfortunately, as much as I love this palette, Jaclyn Hill does not have a really pretty yellow. So I had to dip into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. So in here, they have this beautiful bold color called Sphere. Now, I have utilized this quite a few times, and I really like playing with it. I feel like it makes it a little bit more intense. Like if you've got a really pretty bold eye, just even if you're placing it just like right in your inner corners, just for a little extra oomph, a little bit of pop, I feel like it works wonders. It's amazing. I've really enjoyed having this palette. What I did for this is I went in with my Kat Von D setting spray and I just kind of spritzed it a little bit. It is a matte shade, so it kind of does a little bit of weird things when you get it wet. But I'm just wetting down the brush and then just dipping right on into Sphere. And I'm going to place this right here on the inner corner and just kind of patting motions. I'm just kind of building up on that. I may go through and do a little bit of sweeping if I feel like it's not sticking to all the places that I want to. But for now, I'm just kind of going in that patting motion, sweeping when necessary. I'm bringing it pretty far in because what we're going to go over with is a little bit deeper of a tone, so it'll play right up on that and create a really nice transition. That actually happened a lot quicker than the first I did. Yay! I'm going to go in and I'm going to put in the center of my lid, I'm going to go in with this color Pool Party right here. It's a really pretty like blue-green almost. And with that yellow sphere tone that we use from Anastasia, it's going to blend really pretty and give you that really nice transition. So I'm going in with my number 4 by BH Cosmetics. I also wet down this brush with my Kat Von D. Alright, so just kind of tapping on into that. I don't want to build it too much. Again, this is another one where it's better to go in and kind of build up on that than go in ham and have screwed up everything you've just worked on. So I'm going in with just a little bit of Pool Party. And I'm just going to tap that right into the center of my lid, building up in the same motion that I did the sphere. It's so versatile. I do have a MAC one that looks kind of like this, but I feel like finding a palette is so much easier than finding a single color pod. Just again, going on, bringing that up to where I started that Jada color in my crease, just kind of creating almost like as if you would if you were doing a cut crease eyeshadow, but I'm gonna blend this a little bit. I'm going in with the other side that has not been used and just kind of using that with no product to blend the two together to create a little bit more of a seamless effect. Okay, now for the outer corner of my eye, you're going to be using 2 different brushes for this. I use the BH Cosmetics number 3. It's a big fluffy brush to kind of blend out the corners of it, but to apply it in on my lid, because I wanted it to really sit and help with that nice transition, I used the number 5 by BH Cosmetics. I also wet this one down with my Kat Von D setting spray. So I'm going to start with the number 5 brush and just kind of tap it right into the outer corner, finishing that transition from one color to another color to another color. Kind of tapping it a little bit into the crease, just kind of creating the line that I want there where it's going to start blending. Now this is when I'm going to go in with that number 3 brush. I'm just going to go in, very lightly dip into here, and just kind of put it where I want it the deepest, and then just softening that line out a little bit. Create more of that smoky feel. So I am going to go in and just reinforce a little bit more of that pool party, because I feel like I kind of lost a majority of it. That blue is freaking bold, man. It's intense. So then I'm going to go back in. Now that I have this kind of set where I want it to, I'm going to go back in with the number 2 and a little bit more of Jada, just to kind of create a nice transition. Like, I'm literally just barely even dipping into that. Like, there's a little bit on there, but this is mainly just to kind of create that transition from one to the other, focusing right in the middle of my crease. That way I kind of get a nice little blend where I can just push out some of that harshness on the blue and give it a really pretty transition. Really just going in and kind of giving it a nice transition. I'm using very light motions. And then, because again, I feel like I lost a little bit of that creamsicle, I'm going in with just a hint more and just kind of blending up so that we can have that nice transition. Okay, so now I'm going to complete that eye with my winged liner. I am going to do this off camera because it's the most tedious thing in the world to film. So I'm just going to go off camera real quick and go ahead and do this. Okay, so now that that is handled, let's go ahead and finish the rest of the face. The eyes are looking... Whoo, girl. I love me some bold makeup. Am I alone? I can't be the only one. So we're going to continue on and we're going to do the rest of the face. So I have been playing with, I did do, if you follow me on Snapchat, I did do a little bit of a mini haul at Ulta the other night, and I've been dying to try this foundation, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. The Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I got this at Ulta for $12.99, I want to say. We're going to go with that. I also got, because I just can't help myself, I did get some new brushes. Wonder Cover Complexion by EcoTools. It's just like a really fine brush. I've been having a lot of issues. I know I've needed a new beauty blender, or I'm sorry, a new Real Techniques sponge for like the longest time. And I've been procrastinating that like a mofo. So, I did get a new Real Techniques brush. However, I'm not really utilizing it right now. I'm using the old one today to use my setting powder, but that's just because I'm just not ready. It looks so clean and pretty, and I just can't bring myself to totally jack it up just yet. So we're going to go in and apply my foundation with the EcoTools, and I'm just going to go in, I'm going to normally do it like this, and I also normally have my hair back, so this is going to really, really mess me up. So I'm just going to apply this with my fingers and just kind of do a couple of spots. Screw it. Going hard. Just going to apply this like all over my face. And then I'm going to use my brush to blend it all out. I personally just love matte foundations. I feel like a lot of the dewier ones I look really oily in. I don't have like super oily skin, but I feel like after like the day's almost out, I feel like with the oil that I have accumulated, oh God. All right, the hair's gotta go back. Okay, now that the hair is back, let's go ahead and finish blending this out. I like the way that this brush feels, but I really miss my Wish brush already. Just because I got so used to the way that that applies and it being a much bigger surface space that this just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel the same, man. Bringing it on down the neck because you don't want those lines. I feel like this shade might even be a touch too light for me. It's alright, we're gonna work with it though. We're gonna work with it. So, I'm just blending out. Just blending. I mean, it doesn't look streaky or anything, and I feel like a lot of times when I play with makeup brushes, that's what I get. I get that really streaky feel. I've even resorted lately to using my Real Techniques sponge because I've just been so frustrated with it. But this isn't bad. I like it. I like it. Okay. So now I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to conceal under my eyes because they're looking a little scary. I'm just kind of creating a little bit of a triangle underneath here and just kind of working that out so that it's not like too heavy and concentrated in one area. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of work those triangles out with my beauty blender, even though I know it's really disgusting and nobody wants to see it. Bringing it up past the temples because I don't like that stop off point. I kind of like that little bit more of a rounded appeal because then it just looks like there's light hitting you. Not really. But that's just how I do it. Whatever. Now I don't look quite as crazy. So, as we all know at this point, Deanna likes to set her makeup with the Maybelline New York loose powder. This is in the color Light. So I'm just going to go in with my regular synthetic brush and just kind of apply this all over my face. Just to set my foundation, because God knows I ain't got time to be putzing with it halfway through the day when it's like melted off or I've touched my face and now there's like a spot that has nothing there. So I'm going to go in with my Real Technique sponge and just kind of dip into that and just set it right under my eyes. Shirt, get ready for some more powder. I feel like it kind of highlights under my eyes as well, and I really like that aspect because I'm already so fair that I feel like when I use concealer sometimes it doesn't do a damn thing. Just baking under my eyes. And then I'm going to take the butt of this and dip into the same powder and just, I love Nikki tutorials for this. This was like the greatest thing I ever discovered. I'm just going to kind of carve out where I want that contour to kind of go away and blend out a little bit. Just don't pull a Nikki and forget to wipe this off. Apparently she went out in public and left like her Santa Claus beard on. It was fantastic when she told the story, but I'm not going to do it justice, so I'm not even going to get into it. Please pop on over to her channel and take a peek at it because I love me some Nikki. So I'm going to let that kind of set. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. So I'm always using the Anastasia Beverly Hills little powder brow kit. This is in the color Caramel. I like mine a little bit deeper. I go in with my Sephora small shader brush, and I'm going to start on the inner corners of my brows with the lighter of the two tones. And just kind of fill it in where the hair is sparse. I'm not trying to reshape. I'm not trying to do any of that nonsense. I just want to work with what I've already got. This mirror is so small. This is much better. So now I'm going to go in with the darker of the two shades and just kind of fill on the outside of my eyebrows. Again, just kind of building on what I already have because ain't nobody got time for that. Blending the two together a little bit further up. Just to make it look like I got some brows. Whew. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off my bake. Just kind of brush that away. Both of them. Alright. My bronzer still looks out of control, but okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put on a little bit of blush. In my little mini beauty haul at Ulta, I did get the Revolution Makeup London. I was really just, these reminded me so much of the Milani baked blushes, the way that they're just kind of sitting there in the palette. They just have like that galaxy-esque, like they almost look like a freaking planet. They look like Jupiter. So I just couldn't even help myself. So I'm going to go in today. I don't think they have names. They do not have names for any of these blushes. If y'all know about one, please let me know because I love using the names of all of the colors. So I'm going to go in with this color right here. I think it's pretty. It's pink. It's kind of natural. I don't want to take too much away from the eyes because those are just bitchin', let's just be honest. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't need to go quite that hard with that, but okay. It almost kind of doubles as like a highlighter too, because it's got that really pretty shimmery in there. It's like, I wouldn't go quite as far as saying glitter. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a highlighter. Since I've already been using the Jeffree Star palette, let's go ahead, again, another one of these Eco brushes I got. This one is the Complexion Buffer, but I've been using it because I feel like I like the way that it's picking up the Pink Chill by Jeffree Star. So I'm going to go in and just kind of put that on my cheekbones. I'm just using a stippling motion because I feel like it works better that way. I'm just kind of building that on top of the blush to give that even more of that highlighter feel. Going up onto my temples, a little bit on my forehead, right in the center of my nose. I am going to go in and just kind of drag down a line with my finger. Stay a say la resistance, the part that brings all of it together. I feel so incomplete on the days that I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to do this shit until I get to work. It kind of drives me crazy. But lips, I feel like your eye makeup can be on point. The eyeliner can be dope. The colors can be perfectly blended. It can be an absolutely beautiful look for you. But if you don't complete it with some kind of a lipstick, lip gloss, lip stain, something, even if it's just a nude tone, I feel like it just takes away from how complete you look. So we're going to go in today with the Viva Matte Liquid Lipstick by Maybelline in the color Nude Flush. Ooh. I actually had bought this for my brother and my sister-in-law's wedding, just as like a neutral tone. Her colors were very corally, so I wanted to keep it very natural. So I'm just going to go in and apply this right on my lips. Creamy, I'll tell you that. So this is the final look for the day. If you guys like this video, want to see more like this, or have any other like thoughts, questions, suggestions, if you guys have eye primers that you like, other primers that you like, let me know what your favorites are for like anything. Just let me know what your favorite makeup product is, like your go-to, your holy grail of all foundations, eyeshadow palettes, what have you. Let me hear from you guys. My goal for the year at work, we have decided to write down our personal and professional goals for the year. And my goal is to get up to 1,000 subscribers. I think that's a pretty good starting point. By the end of 2018, I would love that. So if y'all could share this video, if you want to see more videos like this, if you have any thoughts or ideas on what you guys want to see, please be sure to link those things down below. Let me know, give me a shout, holler at your girl. Let me know what you want to see. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and let me know what you guys want to see in the future, because I'm open to other ideas. At this point, I feel like most of it is my wacky brain just working. But if there's something specific y'all want to see, if y'all want me to do a video on how to like do my eyeliner, let me know, because if I get enough likes on that, I will show you that. It's just going to be really difficult because filming eyeliner is